Hey guys, Golden here, and I'm going to be talking about the new upcoming Mario Kart style racing game, Kartrider Rush Plus. I will also be sure to make a series on this as soon as it comes out, but all I can do now is just speculate and give a brief overview of what we know about the game. A future video will come out explaining the PC sister game, Kartrider Drift, not to be confused with this game. So these videos will kind of act as like a prologue to my series. So a little while ago, Kartrider Rush released their closed beta, although I was unable to play because I didn't realize that it was going on and I'm dumb. And now it seems Kartrider Rush Plus team seem to be having technical difficulties, so I can't even use a VPN to get on and play it. So these clips are either of its sister game Kartrider Drift, or some of the random other people that I stole this from. Full credit to those people. I've got their links in the comment section, the description below, and I highly encourage you to please don't sue me. So from what we can gather now, it seems it will be released in the App Store on the 31st of May 2020, which is very, very soon. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be released for iOS and Android. Before I begin to talk about this game, we need to talk about the first game. The first Kartrider Rush, released back in 2004. It was quite the original online-based racing game, which was quite different for its time. But the IP was only released in China and South Korea, which I managed to play using a VPN. Anyways, it was a very fun game which attracted millions of players and is still running to this day. Then, a little while later, they released Kartrider Rush to iOS and Android several years later in 2010. The game's graphics were okay at the time, but the controls were janky and it was a significant downgrade from its predecessor. Now, you guys probably didn't care about all that, and all you wanted to know about was Kartrider Rush Plus. Okay, well, we'll get to that just after this extensive history of video games, China, South Korea, international relations, and I'm just kidding. This simple game has 7 buttons. 2 buttons on the left to steer, a big button on the right to drift, and a button slightly above that gives a boost, which I'm pretty sure charges after drifting and is separate to the drift acceleration, but I'm not 100% sure. Next is the use item button. There is a button above the left arrow which acts as a rear view mirror, and last but not least, a brake button positioned diagonally from the drift button, which must be very convenient to use. And yet I'm still very unsure about how actually effective this control set is, considering the bloody rear view mirror is positioned diagonally upwards from the left arrow. I don't know how that is usable, but you know, it's there. So as far as the news outlets can take me, this is what I have concluded. The game modes themselves will consist of speed race, arcade, ranked, story, and time trial. Each will offer their own variation on the racing gameplay. Ranked, time trial, and story mode are all pretty self-explanatory, whilst the other two are less obvious. Speed race mode will challenge players to test their drifting skills against others, with success earning them additional experience, which can use to unlock tougher tracks. Arcade mode, meanwhile, will see players either compete in solo or with a team with modifiers such as Item Race, Infini Boost, and Lucky Runner, I meant. Shush. This game will also have a big focus on social features, which might be a great tool in this current climate. You'll be able to play against friends in real-time races alongside hanging out with their pals in their customizable home area, where you'll be able to play an array of minigames. So it's kind of quite like a lobby-based game, and it seems pretty cool. If you're someone who has played the first Kartrider Rush, the mechanics are relatively similar. In conclusion, this is a nice game that is coming out soon. I'll be sure to make a series on it as soon as it is released, and stay tuned to see my take on the age-old racing game, Kartrider Rush.